Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hello there, Assassin family. It's your girl, Pretty Sexy Jara Brand, aka Stone the Assassin. And of course, your girl is back for another review of The Impact Atlanta. And of course, we're going to start off with episode 2. You know, as I told you guys before, that I just am now tuning in and tapping into this season of The Impact Atlanta season 3. And of course, the episode is called Rumor Has It, and it is an hour and 35 minutes, which I am loving, that we get to really deep dive into these episodes and deep dive into the backgrounds of the characters. Also, I just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. I hope everyone is enjoying their holidays with their friends, their families, and their loved ones. And even if you're not with anyone, you're just, enjoying and loving on yourself and having yourself to be thankful for whatever you made it through this year, or just through this week, or through this month, or whatever. Also, you guys, make sure y'all hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure y'all comment if you are watching The Impact Atlanta, if you've been watching since season 1. Also, if you have seen The Impact New York, which I really love as well. And I think they should probably do Impact Houston, because I know there are like a lot of influencers like Lyra Galore and Chloe Summers, and they have like the girl brand in Houston. So I definitely could see like The Impact also going to another state and, reinventing and introducing the show. But of course, let's get into the things of the things. So we open up the episode with Tori Oakhurst. You guys, I have my notepad because, like I told y'all, I want to be able to keep up and make sure when I'm giving y'all the tea and the information, I'm giving it to from the way I noted it down when I was watching the show. So we open up the scene, like I said, with Tori, and she's DJing, and while she's DJing and making her mixes and getting her sets together, she receives a call from her fiance, which is Rich the Kid, and they're just checking in, tapping in, because he's on tour while she is in Atlanta, and he's asking her, like, how does she like the A? How's everything going so far? And, she's just informing her man that, things are going good. She's out there. She's handling business. She's got an event that she's got to get ready for. And she also tells him that she would like a list of his, I guess, track list from being on tour. And she was like, babe, I need all that so I can, run it up. And you can just tell that Tori and her man are really in a positive place, and they're really working and striving for a better relationship as partners and as a couple. And I really love that. And, it just goes to show more so of Tori as a fiance. So then we get into our next scene, and it is our girl Carly, and we get the introduction to Daybella. And come to find out, Carly and Daybella are friends from way back in the day, and they are now back in each other's lives, and they're just having a good time. They've matured. They've became the young women that they should. And that, what happens, like I said before, it happens in life. Sometimes you separate from people and you grow and you become the person that you need to become so you guys can come back together. And you can just tell between Carly and Day that this is where these ladies are now in life, and why they are riding and catching up and talking. Carly is expressing today, how things have changed, how things are now, and just who she is becoming as a person. And Day is like, girl, I got your back like 4 Cadillacs. And I know that's like an old saying, and that's not exactly what she said, but pretty much she just let Carly know, like, girl, I'm here now. I'm a ride for you. I'll whatever been this out the window, sis, because I'm here now. And like I said, you just get to see, Daybella and Carlay's like in depth of their friendship. And also I am familiar with Daybella from being on a podcast with B Simone and her talking about being a mom and just how it is and how she's been maneuvering through things in life. So, you know, to see her on the Impact Atlanta, it just kind of gives us a more in-depth to who she is. And honestly, the girl be dressing from head to toe like she dressed in this car. I love the bang, I love the highlights. It's giving what it's supposed to give. But then we move from that scene to our next scene, and it is Gloss Up opening about being an artist and just having a career and her dreams come true and how hard she is working to showcase herself not only to her label but to a larger audience of who she wants to expand and bring herself to. And just, you know, receiving that phone call that changed her life and made her the young lady or the artist that we see before us. And you really have to respect it because Gloss, you can tell, is very determined and she is really working really hard to put herself out here and open herself up to a larger population of the industry, the world. And I think it's very understandable, but it's also very dedicated to the kind of artist that she is and the hard work that she is willing to put in and, you know, strive to go for. And I appreciate that and I love that. And then Tucson comes in, and this is at the day party. Tucson walks in after we kind of do the introduction and find out about Gloss and her career and what's going on with her. We move to the day party and Tucson walks in the room, y'all, and everybody, of course, is there, which is Tori, because she's DJing it, because this is the event she was getting prepared for the DJ for. We got Carlay, Daybella, we got Gloss. You know, we got the crew. The crew is coming in. The crew is coming in or whatever. Everybody's getting in. And then, like I said, Tucson walks in and the mood changes, the atmosphere changes, and you know, everybody's kind of like, what's going on here? Tucson kind of gave a brief hello to the table. And then he was like, oh, y'all, let me go get some shots. I'll be back. I'm going to get a drink. And, you know, everybody's like trying to figure out what's going on. And, of course, light-skinned Keisha is there with Julian. And Julian's like, what's the issue? What's going on? What's all the tension? And trying to figure out what's happening. And Carlay kind of, you know, expresses that she doesn't have any beef. She don't have no tension. She ain't got no problem with nobody. And this is why I love Carlay, because she's very much like, look here, I don't know what's going on. That's not my problem. I ain't got no beef with nobody. None of that. And then Tucson comes back to the table and he was like, y'all, let's take a shot. So let's make cheers. And he gives like a very brief cheers. And of course, he did not get a shot for Carlay, but everyone at the table. And, you know, he said his speech and then he left. And I was like, wait, Tucson, now from episode 1 to now, I don't know. I just feel like whatever the issue is, it shouldn't be that deep, and you and Carlay should be able to talk about it, but I don't know because I didn't watch season 2, and I only like informed a little bit from the reunion about what happened. So it's like I don't understand why what is happening is going on, but that happens. They take the shots, and then Tucson leaves, and everyone is still at the table, and Tori plays a light-skinned Keisha, drama drama. Let me tell you something. It's ahead. Y'all need to go listen to her. Go run it up. You know, this light-skinned Keisha girl, she make the bangers. Just saying. But while everybody was sitting at the table and getting themselves, you know, in discussion and having talks, Two Sons outside, he goes and he calls Ari. And he opens up and tells, you know, Ari that the brunch is all right and everything's okay, but, you know, Carlay's there, and she asked him how was everything and did they speak, and he was like, I spoke to everybody, and, you know, basically just giving Ari a rundown of the party and what was going on and what was happening, and about he just, you know, misses her back in the act. And so then we go back inside the party, and like I said, everybody's still at the table, and Tori is letting her set play, and she's came to the table, and you know, she opens up the conversation about relationships, and you know, everybody goes around the table, and you know, we know light skin Keisha is married. She's in a relationship. Tori is engaged in a fiance. Ari is in a relationship. Gloss is single. Carlay is single. You know, and they're just having a discussion about, you know, dating and love and how it is to be in the industry and having a partner and being in a situation. And, you know, Tori said, the men be meaning. And you can tell you, like, she had, like, some pushback from that statement in regards, but we kind of got to get a more in-depth of, like I said, of Tori, Carlay. Like Carlay, we found out Carlay really does want to be a mom, and she does want to be in another relationship. We found out that Tori, you know, is very passionate about her relationship and about her partner and about them being together. And, you know, like I said, even light-skinned Keisha gave great words of wisdom at the table, and we had a little pushback from Julian, but, you know, I just feel like because Tori and Julian are in two different stages in their life, this is why the conversation, you know, that she's having, this may not reflect to Julian in the same way that it reflects to her, because she has been with this person for so many amount of years, and Julian is, you know, still young and still out here in this dating scene and dating world. But we move from that scene, and then we move to our next scene, which is Ari meets up with her mom, and, you know, they talk about future plans and her family and location and living, and, you know, what does the future hold for them and the family, for her and the family, you know, as far as her living in Miami and everybody like living in Atlanta, and her son want to be closer to everybody in her family, and like coming up with a plan and figuring out the things, and her just being a boss and running a company. And you can see that Ari really cares about her family. She really wants them to all be together, and her working and just grinding and moving them from Chicago to Atlanta, and from her now moving from Atlanta to Miami is a big transition, and she knows that what that transition means, her family has to transition along with her. And she said she understood that, and she knew that, and this is what makes her actually strive and push harder for that to come true and happen. And you know, you gotta respect that. Because a lot of people, I feel like we all work hard, we all strive, if not for ourselves, for our families, if not for our families, for our just own acknowledgments and achievements. And you see Ari is really doing this and grinding this out for her family. And so then in our next scene, we get light-skinned Keisha and Gloss Up. They meet up and they are working out in the gym, baby. Getting them squats in, doing them squats in, and baby, the girls are just talking about life and being an artist. And light skinned Keisha is telling Gloss, you know, she's always busy, you know, with her baby, with her career, with her husband, with her clothing line. And Gloss lets Keisha know that she respects it, and you know, she is currently working on her project and she's having an event soon, and she wants to get into different lanes and avenues and, you know, working, and that she really needs to drop another banger for her record label. And you know, just with the pressures of what comes with it. And light skinned Keisha says and lets her know that she completely understands how it is in this industry and this label, and how things work in this world. If you have to look like this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And she breaks it down and she tells Gloss that, you know, girl, she's willing to help her in any way that she can. And then she also lets Gloss know about Julian, which is her assistant, and that he's been working and helping her and her husband, and he is very good at like marketing and the social media game. And you know, light skinned Keisha basically is letting Gloss know that, baby, look here, sis, I'm here for you, sis. I'm here to help you in any way possible, in any way that I can. And see, this is why I said in the last episode of episode 1, which is like, you get to see the sisterhood, and that's what I really, really love about the Impact Atlanta, because you get to see the sisterhood and the familiarities that all the ladies share in different instances in their lives, and the similarities that they all share. And I think, you know, a rebrand, a remarketing, I think that would definitely be up the alley for Gloss. So then, y'all, we go from that scene to our next scene, and it is Ari and her family, and it's her and all her sisters, and they are making drinks and having dinner. And they're just talking about their life and how everything is going and what's going on currently, and what are like the future plans for, you know, for the family, and far as things with the family, like the locations, the areas, what is Ari gonna do about how her son is feeling, and, you know, about the business and just the growth of it. And her sisters are being very honest with her and sharing with her, you know, it's okay. They've had to make sacrifices to let Ari know that they can relate to where she's coming from and where she feels. And you can tell that they're all in this together, and that their mom is very like supportive of the decisions that may have to come from this, and that Ari has a very supportive family, and she gets very emotional because you can just tell that she cares about them and she loves them. And while they're having this talk and this discussion, and while they're making dinner, Ari makes a joke that, you know, all of them should go sell cat to go get this compound that she is working on for them all to live in. And baby, the looks, they was like, girl, stop playing. We not doing it. But after that, Tucson pops up over while they are cooking and making dinner, and, you know, Ari asks him about the brunch, and while her family's there, and Tucson kind of lets her know in front of her family what happened, what went on. And then, you know, he brings up about Carly and, you know, them just seeing each other, and Ari asked him how did he handle it, and he said, you know, I kept it very cordial, like he was telling her on the phone, like, you know, I spoke or whatever, and I just kept on going about my business. He's like, this in the past, that's not in front of me. And, you know, I like that we kind of like nipped it in the bud and we left it alone. And we went to our next scene, which is Gloss and Julian sitting down for the meetup that Keisha said that she would help Gloss with and introduce her to Julian. And so we get to see the scene. They're out at a lovely restaurant. You know, they're sitting out and Julian is asking Gloss, you know, well, first he introduced himself and then they kind of jump down into the business and work. And so he asks Gloss, like, what are her plans and what does she see for herself and what is she looking to do? And Gloss basically tells Julian, you know, I want to do this. And I love the way that she breaks it down to him and letting her know where she sees herself as an artist, how she wants to market, how she wants to just continue to put herself out there. And you have to love that about Glitter Gloss. Like, she is on her business, on her grind, on her focus, and that's what I love. And Julian is, you know, letting her know the things that can be done and, you know, his resume and how they can work together and work things out. And Gloss also, at the same time while they're sitting at the table, she lets Julian know that she's having an event actually coming up, and it's from her label, and she invites Julian, but Julian says he won't be in town for it. And then they kind of, you know, move past that. After, you know, he said he won't be able to be in town, but he says while they're at her event that he does have some tea and he wants, you know, some things to be cleared up. And he brings up about Carla and Daybella's relationship. And he also brings up about Tori and her man's relationship. And the conversation went from business to hot tea in a matter of seconds. And it was kind of like awkward, and you could tell, but I don't know. We just have to see how this will unfold throughout the rest of the season. So if you guys, you know, tap in, tune in to the Impact Atlanta. And then we go from that scene to our next scene, and it is Ari at her office, and she is testing out her products, her new products, her highlighters, her lip products, and just, you know, seeing the future of her plans for her business Remedy and how things are going to work. And, you know, she's working on this compound and being a boss. Once again, we get to see her in her element, you know, just doing what she loves to do, working towards that future, working towards her goal. And, you know, like I said, she's just trying to see where her plans for her future is going to go within the next few years. And I think she's trying to manifest, or she's manifesting Sephora to carry her Remedy products. And you know, manifestation is a very powerful thing. So I say do that, speak that into existence. Because guess what? Getting a bag is getting a bag. And how you get it is how you would push it out and say you want it and how you want it done. And so after that scene, we go into our next scene. And baby, we are here at Glossy's event, baby. And it is a very very nice, very done, very colorful. We got her people, we got her management team, we got her fans. Like, it is giving a very much so intimate setting, but we lit, we finna have us a good time. Of course, you know, Carla's there, Daybella's there, Tori's there. Baby, the girls are in the building, okay? And you can tell everybody's having a good vibe, good time. They're having drinks, they're having shots. Gloss is taking pictures. You can just tell, like, she's in her element, she's in her zone. And everybody is just there in full support and just in love of Gloss. And you can feel it, honestly, through the screen. You can see it just from the scenery of the party. You see these things, and that is what I think is so beautiful. Gloss gets on the mic, and she gives her speech. She also plays a record for the party so everybody can kind of get a feel of her new album or her new project. And you can tell everybody is bumping with it. Carlaces is a very good song. A lot of women can relate to it. Even from just what they played on the screen, I was like, yes, girl. I'm not in that space, but I know that space. And guess what? I feel like that song is a space that a lot of people can relate to, not just women, just people in general. When you're in love with someone and how situations be. And you know, you could tell everybody was bumping and messing with the song. You know, they was rocking with it or whatever. And you know, Gloss got off the mic after she gave her speech and said, you know, it's hard for her to be emotional and she don't be wanting to vent, but she was like, you know, she's like this, she had to vent. And I was like, oh, okay, like that. But after that, we break off back into the party. Everybody's around. So Carly, Daybella, and Tori are in the corner, and the girls are talking, and they're having the conversations. And they was like, oh, yeah, what Gloss? Where Gloss said, come, let's get Gloss. So Carly calls Gloss over. And the next thing you know, Gloss is like, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it with 100. You know, this is what was said. This was how she was like, because I'm not a fake person. You know, I'm gonna tell you. And honestly, you have to respect it because guess what? She don't want to be in no beef. She don't want to be no mess. She don't want to be no drama that she has nothing to do with, nothing to be a part of. And she lets the ladies know that Julian had informed her that Carly and Daybella have like some kind of underlying tension or problem. And that Tory Man is messing with one of his friends. And you know that everybody was like, wait. Carly and Daybella trying to figure out, like, wait, how did we get brought up in this? Because ain't nothing going on between us. Like, we friends, we've been friends. Like, they very much so clarified. They give you, like, a rundown of the history real quick. Because I'll be trying to figure out, too, like, what's going on. And then Tori was like, really? That's what he said? Like, one of his friends is messing with my man? And she was just looking like, what they got to do? Wait, what? She's just very much so like, I don't know. That ain't her stilo. And, you know, Gloss said, well, he sent me here to send a message, you know, and I just was ringing up because that's what he said. And, you know, you asked. And it was just a very interesting ending to episode 2. I cannot wait for episode 3. Oh my gosh, you guys, because the Impact Atlanta season 3 is giving the girls, it's giving me the tea, okay? Like I said, I'm late to the party, but I'm glad I got here, and I'm drinking when I'm drinking. But y'all, it's me, your girl, Pretty Sis Yara the Brand, aka Stoner the Sassy. And until next time, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Also, let me know if you are watching the Impact Atlanta on BET+. And also, you know, let them know. Impact, Houston. Let's go. But anyway, y'all be blessed. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And like I said, it's been your girl, Pretty Sis Yara the Brand, aka Stoner the Sassy. Bye.